I'm going to suggest mercy for somebody who is not a popular person in the greater society. The leader of the Fundamentalist Church of Latter-day Saints, Warren Jeffs, has been sentenced to life in prison, and I think that is unfair. Now, we have to remember he's not a murderer. He never murdered anybody. And now he committed a terrible crime when he, quote, married, unquote, a 12-year-old child. The girl was not even a teenager, and he had sexual relations with her. Okay, that's pretty bad. Okay. And he has been accused of other things and convicted of other things, okay, of being of being kind of a party by marrying, quote, again, put it in quotes, adult men to underage girls. These are all very terrible crimes. The reason I think that he should be treated with a certain amount of mercy is, first of all, he didn't kill anybody. And secondly, he was raised in a subculture where he was taught, because his father was the prophet, that he was the prophet. And therefore, basically, what he wants is what God wants. Now, I don't even believe in God. But I think that if somebody is raised in that type of culture, we've got to allow for that. And I think that a certain amount of mercy would be called for because of the bizarre culture in which he was raised and in which he was enculturated. I believe that an attempt should be made at rehabilitation, and that the sentence of life imprisonment is uncalled for, and that he should be given a certain amount of mercy, and to try to, and there should be an attempt made to change his attitudes, because again, he was raised with the idea, you're the prophet, you've got the pipeline to God. And a lot of his behavior was based on the idea that he's the prophet, and what he's able to communicate what God wants, and therefore God wanted him to have sex with a 12-year-old girl, or to marry a 12-year-old girl. Okay. But again, I do think we have to make allowances for a person's background. And Warren Jeffs he did some terrible things, but he is to some degree the victim of his own screwed up upbringing. And I believe that, so I don't think that he should necessarily be in prison for the rest of his life. Now, if he is ever released or paroled, I really believe there should be a definite, tight strictures of parole, because I sure don't want this happening again. And, but anyway, I just wanted to say that I think the background of Warren Jeffs and the fact that he did not murder anybody calls for less harshness, if not mercy, at least less harshness than the courts have given him. Hope you like hearing that.